Hi, this is Paul from Synergy, and this is a quick overview of the USGA command system. The command system can track individual data, club data, facilities, and organizations. There's also a powerful report writer. There is an event registration system that will also manage volunteers, as well as a variety of administrative functions. So let's take a look at the individuals. So this is the individual contact screen, and you can search for name, address, GIN number, email address, web user ID, and the VIP number. In the search box, if we're searching for name, I can enter one word, and it will search both the first and the last name for that word. If I enter two words, it will search for the first and last name. First word is the first name, second word is the last name. I can enter just a part of either. So you can see it brought up everybody, Joe, starting with their last name starting with the first letter of A. Then I can just click on a person, and this is all the information that gets tracked. There's the basic contact information. I'm not going to read each and every one of these to you. If you have any questions on any of them, you can certainly contact us. The external key 1, 2, and 3 are primarily for internal use only. We can support multiple addresses. We can also support seasonal addresses. So if you had some snowbirds that might be in New York for the summer and Florida for the winter, you can say from, say, 0301, which would be March 1st, through 0901, which would be September 1st, that one address is valid, and then from 92 through 228, another address is valid. And command can figure out what their current address is. Phone numbers, again, we can support multiple types of phone numbers, multiple types of email addresses, and each contact can have multiple email addresses. Command can track social links. Command can track images. It doesn't store the images, but you would put in a URL of where the image is located, and that can be a website or an image management system somewhere. Most image management systems give you an external URL that you can use to access that specific image. It can manage multiple different kinds of subscriptions. You can have as many of them as you want. Command also integrates with MailChimp, so you can write a report that says, give me all the WSGA third-party emails and push those into a MailChimp list and do an email blast, or save them into a comma separated values file and do a mail merge with Word. These are the clubs that this person is associated with, and that information at the association level is synced automatically with GHP, so this is nothing that you would ever have to change. There are a variety of different text boxes that you can add to a person, and these are definable by the association. So for individuals, you may want player profile, and you would type in a player profile. All this information and all the information that we looked at previously is available through the API. So if you were going to be integrating your website and you needed information from command, you could pull it all in using the command API. Association is pretty simple. It's just your association. Handicap would give the current GIN number. Function. Function is a means of associating a person with a club via what function they serve at the club. So it might be a volunteer for the Women's Texas Golf Association. That's certainly one possibility. And then in the report writer, you can then get a report of all the people that are that have a function of volunteer or whatever functions you have defined. Affiliations are kind of free form. A lot of associations find it useful to track things like Caddy scholarship recipients. So then you can use the report writer to generate a list of all past scholarship recipients and send them an email or send them a paper mailing. And you define whatever affiliations you want. Same thing with committee. Committee works the exact same way as affiliation. It's just kind of a different group of people, like an executive committee or a board, things like that. CRM is just a way to add different types of notes to a contact field that can be date-driven. There was a full donation management system built into Command, so we can add a donation. You can track donations by campaign, fund. You can associate them to a specific club. So if Joe Abbott is a member of multiple clubs, you may want to associate that donation with one specific member of the club if you have some kind of competition going between the clubs. And then I'm not going to read every piece of information to you, but that is all the information that is captured. The accounting tab is used for a variety of things. So online membership, when somebody joins or renews online, an invoice item will be attached along with, of course, a payment line item. Process is a system that is not used by a lot of associations, but the process system essentially has multiple steps to it. So you create a process. I know one association is tracking training for course raters. So you would have a process of course rater, and then the different steps associated with that process might be initial training, rules seminar, and then Command can track whether each of those has been completed or are in process. Web user. You can define websites within Command, and then you can, for each website, you can define a user ID and password, and then use the Command API to validate that username and password. So you can build a portal within your website and use the API to validate a username and password, and then once you know who the person is, you can pull in their contact information, do an update form, things like that. Clubs, similar kind of functionality for clubs as for individuals. It's just kind of at the club level. When we get to facility, though, in a club record, if this was a club that played at a specific facility, that facility would be listed here. And as well, the function tab would show what functions there are associated with this club that you're looking at. Other than that, all the other tabs are pretty much the same. Same thing for facilities, except instead of looking at clubs, you're looking at facilities, and the same thing for organizations. So that's kind of a top-down look at Command. There will be other videos that go a little bit more in depth into certain of these different functions. Any questions, please give us a call or send us an email at Synergy Networks. Thanks very much for watching.